The wife of Judge Engoron appears to have deleted her X account today. This is obstruction of justice in real time. Thanks to the work of Laura Loomer, an independent journalist and Trump loyalist, we now have unearthed what appears to be the social media activity of the wife of the anti-Trump judge in New York by the name of Engoron, and his wife goes by the name of Dawn Marie, apparently on Twitter, now X. So, the wife's name is Dawn. Her name is Dawn Engoron or Dawn Marie Engoron. And, the media is saying we could not, quote, independently verify that this was in fact the judge's wife. And that's very convenient because all she has to do is deny it, and the media will just say, well, she says it's not her, and case closed. Because they don't really want to know, because it reflects badly on the case against Trump in New York. The idea that this guy's wife is kind of like somebody with Trump derangement syndrome posting memes about Trump going to jail, and then her husband is in charge of Trump's case in New York. Like, look at that conflict of interest. It is quite damning, and I really have to give it to Laura Loomer. I don't know how she found it. But what's really damning is as soon as this came to light, this account, Dawn Marie, first locked the account and then deleted the account. That is very suspicious. And the media is saying, well, we don't know because the account is now gone, so please. The account being gone is just more evidence that it very well might be the wife of this judge. Now here's the Dawn Marie account, again, perhaps the wife of Judge Engoron, and you can see from this screenshot that she has locked her account, and Laura Loomer is tweeting, just in, following my expose of Dawn Marie Engoron, the wife of Judge Arthur Engoron, and following President Trump sharing my expose, the wife of Judge Engoron appears to have deleted her X account today. This is obstruction of justice in real time. So first, if you look at the picture, you can see it was locked perhaps prior to being deleted, and then it was just deleted. And Loomer concludes there needs to be a mistrial. And I think that's fair, given what we're seeing. But the sad part is that I don't think that this will ever really be investigated in, the mainstream media. I don't even know if conservative media will really touch this because they're going to be scared of, getting sued or, understandably that they would need some really rock solid evidence. But look, I mean, this is the beauty of just citizen journalism is that you can look at this and weigh the evidence yourself. Do you think this is the judge's wife? I think it is. I'm not saying I know that. I'm just looking at what's available as everybody else. Here's a tweet from Laura Loomer, which is pretty funny. She says, while I was live on air last night interviewing Santos, Representative Santos, Dawn Marie Engoron, the wife of leftist NYC judge Arthur Engoron, was attacking me on her X account for my expose about her corrupt husband who is overseeing the civil fraud trial of President Trump. So I guess that's how Loomer tracked her down, is that she was kind of talking trash about Loomer because Loomer is investigating her husband, the judge, which is Loomer's right to do. He's a public figure. I find that very funny, and I also find it plausible that this guy's wife would be with what she thought was a kind of semi-anonymous account, that she would attack people attacking her husband. I mean, that's just like the human kind of reaction. Continuing with the Loomer tweet, I tracked her X account down, and it's at DM_SMINXS. Look at all her nasty tweets about Trump, the trial, and Trump's lawyer at Alina Habba. How is this acceptable? And that's a good question, because if this judge is trying to be fair and his wife is like loaded for bear rooting for Trump to be in prison, I really can't imagine that the judge himself is in a position to be objective about the trial. Not like the judge would ever step down, because in my opinion, this guy is not really ethical. I don't think he's really interested in finding the truth, and I don't think he particularly cares about, the law. I think that he too probably shares his wife's apparently virulent feelings against Trump. Here's perhaps the most damning evidence. The Twitter account, now X, which perhaps belonged to Dawn Marie, the wife of the New York judge, has been deleted. Now, is it a coincidence that she would delete it as soon as this story broke? First, she locked her account, and then she just deletes it. If it's not Dawn Marie, the wife, then why would this other Dawn Marie care that it's a case of mistaken identity? If it was a case of mistaken identity, then they would just say, hey, this is, what a ridiculous theory you're spouting. I'm actually not the wife. But instead, just poof, gone. So don't expect the media to report this, but in my opinion, this was the judge's wife, and it is a rather damning piece of evidence against this judge's ability to be fair. He does not have that ability. My name is Michael McCara. Thank you for watching. In the description, you can follow me on Twitter, find my handle there, and you can find my blog, michaelmccarablog.com. And finally, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel.
I've only heard what love can do, and now I'm getting love from you. Make your vow.